Hello, friends. Cheers to you. Cheers to the cup of coffee I've warmed back up 27 times today. Yes, I am in sock monkey onesie pajamas because I was freezing this morning. And I have my full hair and makeup done. And I will get dressed prior to going outside. But right now I am cold and I am in my warm pajamas. So there's that. Oh, you guys, this topic, I'll tell you what. Let's turn this on. So I really, really hope that you guys will take a minute. Hey, Emily, we'll take a minute and really listen to what I have to say here. I think you guys really listen to a lot of these, but this is so big, like so big. And it's the fact that, like, dude, your words matter, okay? The words that you're saying, the things that you're thinking, they matter, like in such a big way. And so here, let me explain a couple of examples as to why. When we use words a lot as defense mechanisms, we use them for a lot of different things, sometimes to just shut down a conversation. But one of the things that popped into my head that made me want to have this conversation with you guys is, like, how many times do you, or you do it yourself, or you hear a friend or something say, oh, I'm such a mess. Oh my gosh, I'm such a mess. Or, refer to yourself as broken, or refer to yourself as a bitch, or refer to yourself as, being crazy or having a problem. And these are all things that I've been guilty of doing, that I have to actively stop, especially like the crazy thing. Because some of the stuff that I feel and experience it's not crazy, but it is bizarre or not your norm, right? But for a long time, I would say, oh my gosh, I'm so crazy. This is crazy. And it's not, but your words fucking matter. And so what I mean is, as you're telling yourself that you're a mess, as you're telling yourself that you're broken, you're affirming that not only to the universe, so it's going to attract more of a mess and attract more of the brokenness and amplify it for you, because that's what you're telling it that you want. But it's also affirming it inside of your own head, inside of your own subconscious, inside of your own feelings, inside of your own being. When you're referring to yourself as a hot mess all the time, even if you're fucking joking, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between truth and joking, okay? Just like your subconscious doesn't know the difference between if you're gossiping about someone else and you're talking about yourself. It does not know. Like, your subconscious mind does not know the difference. So if you're constantly talking shit and gossiping about people, not only is it bringing down your vibration as a human, but it's also affirming those negative things within yourself. And it feels fucking icky. Start paying attention. Next time that you say something that's judgmental or maybe negative about another person, like, feel it inside of you. It does not fucking feel good. And there's a reason it doesn't fucking feel good, because it's negative, right? It's legitimately negative energy going through you. And so when you start to pay attention to your words and realize maybe when you're filling space with unnecessary words that aren't maybe even true, right? We just like, oh yeah, I'm just a mess. It's not a big deal. Why? What was the purpose of saying that? And, start paying more attention and being more present with what it is that you're saying in response to these questions, or in these moments of silence that you may not really even need to be filling to begin with. Yeah, Jen, you know what? As soon as you said that, I've noticed that about you. You do say that often, and you're not. Like, you're a person. That's the other thing. Like, you're not a fucking mess. You're not broken. We're all human beings. And, like, that's the thing. Like, I'm going to take this a step further really quick. We're all human beings, okay? None of us are fucking perfect. Like, no one is fucking perfect. Everybody's got their shit, right? We all have our things that we deal with. We all have our things that we go through. But if we stop referring to ourselves as messed up or broken or as a mess or as not a whole person, you start to feel much more like a whole person, which is the point, right? Who wants to walk around feeling broken? No one. So stop referring to yourself as broken. Because the things that you go through are just parts of your story. They're parts of what make you who you are. You get to choose what you do with them, obviously, which is another conversation for another day. You get to choose what you do with what's brought to you and the circumstances and the things that you go through. But what you also get to choose is just to know that it's part of what's happening. It's not something that you get to then label yourself as. You know, one of my mentors and really good friends said to me a long time ago, like, how long did you label yourself as the strong one, right? So like a year ago, I went through this big transformation where I actually started having feelings like, holy fuck, what? Any of you who've known me for a really long time know that I was not emotional ever. Like rarely. I mean, my own boyfriend would be like, what? Like you have feelings? I'm fucking confused. And it would cause problems. But like literally when Greg had told me, he said, what if you were just you? What if you woke up every morning and you were just Jamie? You're not strong. You're not weak. You're not emotional. You're not a savage. You're not a warrior. You're not peaceful. You're not any of these things. You're just you. What if that's what you chose to do? And I'm like, oh. So while yes, obviously sometimes we do use describing words for ourselves or what we're feeling or what we're going through, which isn't a bad thing, but just be cautious and aware of the words that you're using and the way they make you feel. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. So like, I quit using the word busy because I don't like it. I don't like the way that it makes my mind feel. I don't like the way it sounds. Busy is a state of mind. Instead, I'll say, hey, today's really full. Full fucking feels good. Full is good. Full means a full docket of people that I'm helping or a full docket of things that are going on, right? So it's just shifting the language enough to where it's serving you, because what you are saying matters. The words that you choose to use when you say it matters. Like, why would you refer to yourself as a bitch or like it's a fucking badge of honor? Like, why would you refer to yourself as a mess as if it's like something that you really want to wear? Like, imagine if you had to walk around wearing a sign around, especially, this is a good one. Ooh, this just came to me. What if you had to walk around wearing a sign around your neck with the labels that you put in your head of what you are? Would you be cool with that? Would you be cool with everyone that you encounter that day thinking that about you or calling you that? Your words matter. They matter. Whether you're saying them out loud or you're thinking them in your head, they matter. What'd you say, Jen? I can literally tell someone that we are all human and that we aren't perfect and then do the exact opposite of what I preach. So Jennifer, maybe that's something that you work on, that you want to practice what you preach. Stop yourself mid fucking sentence and correct yourself. You do that a few times and you'll stop doing it. You'll stop using that language. Like, it's the same thing with, I did a podcast recently about saying, lying about why you can't do something, right? Like if something time frame doesn't work out and you need to reschedule and instead of being like, you know what, I can't do that, or I'm so busy, instead saying, you know what, I overbooked. Like, just tell them the truth. Or, hey, like, I don't really feel like going. Or, hey, I don't feel well, so I need some time. Just having that level of honesty versus like